Hi. It is beginning of January right now, and I have a small but significant confession to make, and that is that I haven't had a job for the last 6 months. Going all the way back to July, I lost my job. I'll share a clip of that because I did film it, but I just haven't made a lot of vlogs since, and just didn't fit in anywhere. So by now it's starting to feel a bit like it's a secret, but it hasn't been. So yeah, I just thought I'd make a vlog and update everyone on what's going on, and then we can just pick up from here and move forward. So let's first head back to a little clip that I made in July about what actually happened to my job. I wanted to share a bit of an update on my work because, sadly, I've lost my job. The company I started working for at the beginning of this year was so much fun. The people were so nice. I really loved the team that I was in. It was a really small company, and they're having or doing a reorganization of the company, and sadly my role has been made redundant. So sadly at the end of July I will no longer work there, and they're not happy about it either, but sometimes these things gotta happen. For me that means that I have these last few weeks of July, I'm on what they call garden leave, which basically means that I am still getting paid and sitting out my notice period on my contract, but I'm not required to actually do any work for them anymore. So I can focus on finding a new role, finding new work, and getting ready for what comes after this. That was very sad and a bit heartbreaking to find out that after 6 months of working together and having so much fun, that it was already gonna come to an end. But I'm not mad at them. I understand the decision, and if I were a business I probably would have made the same decision. So I understand it, and I'm sad, but I am very happy that I got to be there for 6 months and got to work with this great team, meet awesome people, and get experience in a lot of new things that I can now add to my resume, and I wouldn't change it. It's sad that it has to come to an early end, but I would do it again, I think, if the option was there and I knew what was going to happen. So no hurt feelings, and going on to find something new. So that is what happened to my job. Happy to say actually that recently I have done a little bit of contracting for the same company. So it really most definitely was not my skills that got me made redundant. They're very happy with my work, and it was really fun to recently get back into it and see everyone again and work with them on a little bit of a project. So that was really good. But aside from the contracting, what are we up to? Because maybe a big surprise, but Reinier also quit his job. I got made redundant and he quit his job. So we're both without a job, but one of us did that on purpose and one of us didn't. We've decided that we were going to start a company together, and bird shenanigans, very distracting. We started in October, but October was not really a good month for that. We got married at the beginning of November, so October was mostly wedding planning, organizing all that kinds of stuff. We also had really good friends of ours come over in November and travel with us for a while. So most of November we were out. So there goes October and November. 2 months with no income, no jobs. Although both were really fun months, we really had to start getting into work stuff in December when we got back from our travels. And in December we set up our company. We started off with the idea to just see how things are in a marketplace. I have a little bit of design skills. Reinier's very good with coding, and we're both very interested in stars and space. So what we did was we made like a poster, designed poster, and then you could map the stars onto that. We thought we would sell that on Etsy, get a little bit of experience with marketing, SEO, customers, delivering stuff, and all that goodness. But sadly, our Etsy shop got suspended and cancelled and permanently banned for mysterious reasons. Etsy won't share what they are, apparently, or according to the internet. That's had been happening to a lot of people, and sadly that also happened to us. So, new plan. We are now working in a very different space. We have made software that would allow Etsy sellers to generate mock-ups of what their art would look like in someone's living room or study, office, or kids' room, that kind of stuff. And they can have that as a video and some images for their Etsy listings. So they can be found in search, and then all the graphics look really nice, and people can sort of get an idea of what it would look like in their own space. And so that's what we're working on right now. We have got a proof of concept going, beginning of our app, and right now we're working on getting some people to test it, some Etsy sellers to have a go, see what they think, and then hopefully get to interview these people and get more information from them on what they think, how they used it, what they would want to use it for, if they would like it, if they would want to use it in the future. We're just testing out a bunch of things, and we'll see how it goes. I'll keep you updated on that. So what else have we been up to in that time? While I lost my job at the end of July, we still had August and September while Reinier was still working. And I've been doing a lot of gardening in that time. I was gonna make a whole vlog about all the garden prep we did, and then show you all the beautiful veggies and flowers that we got this year. Sadly, a lot of the veggies died, or didn't even, like the seeds wouldn't even come out. Nothing was happening. All the flowers were very late, and also didn't really want to do anything. I don't know what's up with this garden this year. I can't really figure it out what's wrong. I did sow sunflowers a couple of times. They didn't come out, or didn't come up at all. I've done the third batch of sunflowers, and now we've got a few small ones that I started inside and then are gonna go outside. I'll repot, or I'll plant them. And what else did we do? We got strawberries. The strawberries are going slowly. We've had a few strawberries. We had lettuce not come up 2 times. I sowed 5 or 6 zucchini plants. Only 1 is come up, but it's like this big, and it's been about 2 months, maybe longer. We have a lot of dahlias, and they are all super late this year. I think part of the reason why none of it's really working is because we had a really shitty spring. It was very gloomy, not warm at all, while it's usually very warm here in New Zealand in spring. You can get really good days, lots of sun, and the plants generally love that. So we had a very gloomy, cloudy, rainy spring. That might have something to do with it, but the gardening vlog is just it's mainly time lapses of me taking down ivies and trying to get the weeds under control. The weeds are definitely going. I don't know why the weeds are so happy with our shitty spring weather and all our plants aren't. But yeah, I don't have a lot of results for that videos. I got a lot of footage of me gardening, but then it's a bit anticlimactic because there's no results. We literally had 3 pak choi plants that we ate, and we've got like 5 strawberries so far, and all the other plants are still green. There's only 1 or 2 dahlias that have started to flower now. It's just not interesting. So yeah, I'll save you from that time waster. Yeah, what else have we been doing? We've been on a bunch of hikes. Those were really nice. I suppose if you've seen my last video from the hike we did in July to Welcome Flat, that was incredible. That was fantastic. The hikes we've been doing recently have just been more around our area here. Nothing as ambitious as that one was, although I'm happy to report that I do have all the feeling back in my big toe that I lost from that hike. Not the toe, I lost the feeling in the toe for those who haven't seen that video. Yeah, we've been doing park runs. We've been training for 5k runs. We're doing 5k runs to train and get a bit fitter. And yeah, I think that's about it. Don't have that much to report. Everything here is mainly focused now on starting our business, and we're just enjoying that we don't have an office where we have to go to. We can go for a walk in the morning. We can go get ice cream after lunch if we want to, which we did once or twice already. It's really nice not to have a boss, but then it's also a bit difficult that no one's there to tell you what you should do next. So yeah, it's a bit difficult to prioritize everything yourself and estimate how long things are going to take, and sort of find a balance between making a product really nice but then also needing to get people to test it, and how far are you gonna build it up before you actually test it and see if it's maybe not the right thing that you were building. It's interesting. It's very, very interesting. We're learning a lot. We've had some days with crazy hours. We've had some days where just didn't sleep well and put in 2 hours of work and called it a day. So it's very freeing. It's freedom. I don't know. It's enjoyable, but it's also challenging. And so far we have made $0 and spent quite a few. So it's time that we're going to find something that's actually going to make us some money, or at least cover the costs of the things that we're investing into it. That would be nice, because we can't keep living off our savings forever. Yeah, I think that's it for this update, guys. Thank you very much for watching. And I'll now share some pretty clips from some of the hikes and the places we've been to recently. And then I'll see you in the next one. Bye.